So here we are back in Parkes, New South Wales, Australia. You might recall we were out here last weekend for the Elvis Festival, which is fantastic. But long before the Elvis Festival, there was the Parkes CSIRO radio telescope, which is what we're looking at the moment. Now this telescope is very famous in history. It's very famous in history. It brought us the pictures of the landing on the moon and Neil Armstrong walking on the moon in 1969. So this is a piece of history, not just for Australia, but also for the world. So we're going to have a bit of a look in here today. All about. So there's a warning sign there, turn your phones off because it interferes with the signals for the dish. So we'll turn our mobile phones off, but we are allowed to do photography and digital video in here. So we'll give you a bit of a look at the trailer of the movie. They made a movie of this dish, or we call it the dish affectionately, the radio telescope, which we do call, as I say, the dish. We will show you the trailer for it. If you want to buy this video, it's pretty good. It's a reasonable price. So I'll put a link down below. And it's a great movie, a great Australian movie with Sam Neill as the star of it. He's a fantastic actor. Comes from New Zealand, but you know, anyone who comes from New Zealand and makes movies in Australia will claim him as Australian anyway. But yeah, this trailer will show you a little bit about how important this particular radio telescope was in bringing pictures to the world on the moon landing. And you know, it's got a bit of humour in it as well. So it's a fantastic movie. I recommend, if you haven't seen it, you grab this video and have a good look at it. Anyway, so we'll go inside and check it out from a bit closer. Okay.
T-minus 25 seconds. We are still go with Apollo 11.
On July the 20th, 1969, the world was about to witness the greatest feat in scientific history. This is the incredible true story of what we didn't see. Parkes, Australia had the only dish on Earth capable of broadcasting the moonwalk.
Huh? The moonwalk?
Ah, what's it doing in the middle of a sheep paddock?
Never had a mission of this importance fallen to a more unlikely group of local officials and engineers. With a few short hours to landing,
We feel confident that we have the expertise to complete our role.
the world riveted to their TVs and immortality within their grasp.
You'll be able to hear Armstrong talking to Houston?
Just by hitting a couple of buttons there.
The unthinkable happened.
What's happening?
Without power,
Control panel's dead.
Sorry, folks. Have it fixed, Jiffy.
without a signal,
Let me get this straight. We've lost Apollo 11.
without a clue.
Some sweat of the moon.
They did what many a seasoned broadcaster might have done.
I'll just have to reorient the,
How's it going?
They lied.
Good.
Pulling the wool over NASA's eyes took guts.
Maisie, can you keep a secret?
Pulling it out of the sheep dip was an international triumph.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the national anthem of the United States of America.
Working Dog presents, in association with Distant Horizon, one of the most popular films in Australian history, internationally acclaimed at the Toronto Film Festival. Roger Ebert has called the dish an inspired human comedy. Associated Press says enormously entertaining, a warm, rich comic film. And New York Post calls it a wonderful comedy.
That's one small step for man.
Oh, there goes it.
One giant leap for mankind.
The Dish.
adults, $6 for students aged 10 and $25 for a family of 2 adults.
to see that with the glare from the sun. It's just bouncing right off it. That's actually a sundial. So here's a closer look at it, the dish. Wow, it's pretty big. Standing down here and looking up, you get a real good look at just how big this structure is. So this is the old, receiver cabin. So where they would have worked out of would have been up there on the dish, and that's the old one. So they've obviously updated it, and it's much more comfortable in there, I'd say. This doesn't look so comfortable. You can hear the noise there. That's the dish actually moving. They're starting to move the dish. That's what that noise is. You can see the dish slowly moving. So it's great that all these years later it's still a very important part of NASA's programs, and looking for other life out there, signals from maybe other distant planets or whatever the case may be. So it's still very much important to this day, as it was back in 1969 when Armstrong walked on the moon. So yeah, it's an interesting place. We'll have a bit more of a look around, I think.
This is really slow. This is fine. This is Connor. Connor, come here. Connor, try this. You're not getting fine. What do we have?
So this is about the building of the dish back in 1961. So it might be a bit hard to read that, but it's a plaque. Oh, it says this on 21st of July 1969, the Parkes radio telescope brought television pictures of the historic Apollo 11 moonwalk to 600 million people around the world. This remarkable event was achieved thanks to the dedication and skill of the CSIRO and NASA staff at the observatory. A collaboration that continued until the end of the manned lunar program in December 1972. Dedicated this 21st day of July 1999 when they put this plaque in. So it's very nice. So they also have a little cafe here as well. So if you're out this way, you want a bite to eat and you want to check out the dish, here we are. Some food, nice tables to sit at. So this is the console that they use to operate, or they used to use to operate the dish with. No longer using it. And this is a C30 converter, whatever that is, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. So Parkes radio telescope uses modules like this one to convert raw radio information collected by the dish into a usable form that astronomers can process using computers. This unit was designed and built by CSIRO specifically for radio astronomy. Very interesting. It's a bit hard to see that picture with the glare, but it says there, what's it doing in the middle of a sheep paddock? Famously asked by the Prime Minister in the movie The Dish. It's true, it is in the middle of a sheep paddock here. The reason it's out in the middle of a sheep paddock is because it's away from light. Now light in a city is going to interfere with the radio signals and pollute the signals. So they need to be away from all sorts of light where it's nice and dark, and away from signals from technology, I guess, phones and whatever else is going on. So that's the reason why it's 20 kilometres north of Parkes, and it's in a very dark and remote area, I guess. So there's lots of information here as well. New radio telescopes. I won't go through them all, but it's very interesting. So if ever you're coming through past Parkes, it's worth stopping in and having a bit of a look, really. That's us done today. Parkes radio telescope, or better known as a dish. Bye bye to the dish. As it moves around a bit more. Did we have a good time?
Yes.
Very good. Say bye, everybody.
Bye. I got my tag.
Oh,
Got my souvenir.
and what did
Slime.
Possum get? Some slime. So a hat for Cheska and some slime for the Possum. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Everybody have a great day. And don't forget to comment below, like, share and subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications for more videos. Okay, bye bye.